Well, compute this, security software makers Symantec and Lookout are disagreeing on an important issue.
The bottom line is, if you have an Android-based smartphone or tablet, you can have a virus and not even know it.
Welcome back, our go-to Thor Schrock, the owner of Schrock Innovations.
Hey guys,
good to see you, Thor.
Happy day after Super Bowl. Did you eat too much?
Nope.
I
took a nap during the Super Bowl.
The lovely Kimberly made these bacon-wrapped cocktail sausages, brown sugar on them, bake them in the oven. They're just delicious. Ate so many of them, like, oh, you know that feeling like if you drink too much and you're like, oh, yeah. That's where I'm
down your chin right
Oh, I was in a grease coma. It was bad. It was bad.
Nice to see you rallied for us today.
Let's get into this security issue on phones, because with my cell phone, it seems like I download more stuff on my phone than my computer because I feel like I can't get these viruses on my smartphone. Is that true? I mean, where are we at with that?
These little boogers are just like a computer. They are exactly the same. They do all the same stuff a computer does. You can download things, you can run things, and they can get infected. In fact, when Android was first coming out as kind of a test, this company, a security firm, made a new app called WeatherFist. And what WeatherFist did is it delivered the latest weather. It just pulled the information from the NOAA website, delivered it to your smartphone. As a test, they also put a bot, a Trojan, in there, and they had 25,000 phones download the Trojan within the first 2 days, and they didn't even know they were running a Trojan. Now, the Trojan didn't do, it was a test, so they didn't do anything nasty with the Trojan, and then they pulled the app after the test was done, and then let everybody know what it was. But it was just a case study in how vulnerable, and the lack of security on these devices is amazing. There are two, I always talk about Norton 360. Norton 360 is the product you have to have on your computer. Don't use AVG. Now, technicians are going to scream everywhere. We don't deal with technicians. We deal with real people. And real people don't like to, it's not a thrill for them to go remove a virus from their computer or figure it out. Yeah, I got it myself. I love it. It's like saying, your transmission breaks down in your car and I don't need that certified guy. I'll fix it myself.
Peter Fink is off in the studio right now.
As the tow truck backs up to your garage.
There are just some things we can't do or don't care to do.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. With Norton 360, the biggest thing is it prevents you from getting infected. So Symantec is a great security firm when it comes to computers. Now, they were a little late to the game with smartphones, and there was another company called Lookout, and that's what I run on my smartphone is Lookout. It's a free app. There's a paid version that has all kinds of cool bells and whistles. I have the paid version. I like it. And then Norton has recently, Symantec has come out with the Norton security for the Norton mobile security for your phone. Well, last week there was a big tiff about these 10 apps that were available in the Google Marketplace that you could download that had a Trojan baked in. And this Trojan would allow these people to do things with your phone and mine your personal data and do all kinds of nasty stuff. And there was a big story, and it was a big black eye to Google because the marketplace is pretty safe. You don't have, if you download your apps from the stolen app guys and the pirate sites on the internet, you expect to get a virus.
Right, but Google, they're supposed to go over those apps with a fine-tooth comb. That's why you trust them, right?
Exactly, exactly. So you don't get a lot of infections from the legitimate marketplaces. So that's why this was a big deal. Well, a week later, Lookout Security comes out and says these apps don't have viruses at all. It's a very aggressive ad network, so they are mining data from your phone, but they're not doing it for some nefarious purpose. They're doing it so they can better target an ad. If you're texting about the latest dog on a treadmill Vader super commercial on the Super Bowl, they may say maybe you're interested in treadmills, so the next ad you see on your phone is for treadmills. That's what they're trying to do with their ad. It's no different than what Google does with your web browsing, how they monitor everything you do and then try to, if you've ever been emailing about something in Gmail, you'll notice the ads in Gmail seem to eerily follow what you're emailing. And it's all automated, and that's what they were trying to do. So Lookout comes out and says these things are not infections. Symantec won't back down. They say that they are infections, and you've got this battle royale among the mobile phone giants right now, and it looks like Symantec's on the short end of the stick, and they might need to back down.
How do you know if you're affected other than keeping an eye out for ad trends on your phone?
Well, we've talked about this before. There's two kinds of currency when you're on the internet. And I don't mean like euro and US dollar. I mean, you can pay money for something, or you can pay in your privacy. If you download the free apps, anything free, your parents told you this, your grandparents told you this, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You're always giving up something to get that free thing. The thing you're giving up is a little bit of your privacy so that they can deliver better ads and hopefully make a little money. That's what you're giving up when you download free apps. That's why I buy the paid version of Lookout. Yeah, and Lookout puts out a free app so that you'll download the paid version that has a geolocator. If you've ever lost your phone, you can bring it up on a computer and it'll put a dot on the map, show you where your phone's at. If you're in a crowd and your phone disappears and you know, maybe somebody picked it up, maybe you left it somewhere, you don't know, you can activate a siren from their website that'll make the phone just start shrieking. And if it is in someone's pocket, it'll be back on the table real quick. But so there's a lot of nice little additional things. But whenever you go for the free apps, not only just apps, but when you use free services like Gmail or Hotmail or any of the free Yahoo Mail, any of the freebies, you're always trading a little bit of that privacy. And the problem we have, especially with kids, is they trade a little bit of privacy and a little bit of privacy, and eventually there's no privacy left. It's just like money in your wallet. You only have so much to spend, and once it's spent, it's spent.
Right.
Well, these viruses on your phones, how do you know if you have a virus? I mean, what do? Do you have to download the free apps?
The biggest
or
problem,
the paid app?
The biggest problem that people have right now is there isn't a lot of, it's an emerging industry. It's kind of like back in the 90s where you had the Melissa virus and the I love you virus. When you got that virus from the coworker and you're like, oh, she's hot, you know? Oh, I'm so excited, she loves me, I'm going to open the attachment, and boom, you're infected. You know, it's not like that on the phone. So it's not that blatant, you know. When you download apps and programs into your phone, there's not, you know, a lot of people think that Google vets every app that goes into the Google Marketplace. They don't. Anybody with 25 bucks can put an app in the Google Marketplace. Conversely, Apple, they do vet every app, which is why the apps tend to be a little bit better quality in the Apple Marketplace, but they're not growing as fast as Android. They're also, you know, it's expensive. If you want to build an app for an Apple phone, it costs about 10 grand to build the app as a developer, and then Apple can just say, no, we don't want your app. And then you're just out the 10 grand, you're done. Whereas with Google, you have a guarantee. If you build the app, you can put it in the Google Marketplace. And then what they rely on are reviews and ratings from customers. And if they get enough complaints, they'll remove the app. It's important to see all the apps that were listed on that report. Google has not removed any of them from the Marketplace because they don't technically have a virus. Without getting too technical, a virus is a program that replicates itself, that spreads from device to device. And they don't have it.
Hey, switching gears, the ultimate upgrade still on?
Oh, it's still going strong,
Yeah,
actually.
In
fact, we got a call on Monday. You know, we ordered the rat cards, and I went to go pick them up from the printing shop, and there was an error on them. They had the wrong amount of memory. I'm like, oh, no, this isn't good because it was on the blend this morning. And sure enough, we had calls coming in. I want that ultimate upgrade. And do you have any literature? It's coming.
Right,
it's on its way. So what is the ultimate upgrade? Real quick, explain it.
Yeah, the ultimate upgrade is literally the ultimate upgrade for your tired old computer. You can trade in any old computer you have for a brand new computer for only $449. The computer is a quad-core unlocked computer. It's an amazing quality build. The same computer that, it's like you're getting $250 in trade for that old boat anchor in your garage. Or we've had people trade in Tandies and Commodore VIC-20s and all kinds of...
It doesn't even have to work. You bring it in and you get the same deal as if somebody brought in a slick new deal and traded it
Or
up.
people will pull parts out of it, bring it in, and like, ooh, can you still trade it in? We don't care. We're just going to recycle it. You know, we don't use anything out of it in your new computer. It's not important what's in it.
Listen, they can tell you more about it at one of the 3 locations, depending on which is closest to you. This is the one nearest my house. I know that. It's truckinnovations.com, but they're located at Village Point South. They also have a brand new location in Papillion and still a location in Lincoln, but everything is online. This ultimate upgrade does not last forever. It's while quantities last, and I know you expect them to go like that.
What do you mean still?
What?
It's still in Lincoln. Like,
Yeah.
eventually we're going to evolve and move.
No. I just mean, if you've always expected them to be in Lincoln and you say, listen, they now have a new store in Papillion, it didn't mean that
You haven't left Lincoln.
No.
We're still in Lincoln.
We're up to
Right.
the Schrock trifecta.
They're growing. They're not moving. They're growing.
We appreciate
That's
it.
what it is.
Guys.